Thank you. I'm very sorry, I did a mistake. I closed the stream and this is a whole new stream. I wanted to just end the stream and resume it, and I finished the first one, so there will be two streams today. Thank you guys. Thank you. Welcome to you all. Okay, so drop me your questions again because I cannot see what you already asked in the previous one. And I cannot remember what I was saying when the stream got disconnected. Did you fix iPhone X Face ID problem? Yes, but this is like someone cut the cable. Sometimes the front camera, the IR camera, the cable was cut. Sometimes it was from the front camera itself and the back camera as well. But when it's from the sensor of the Face ID, cannot be fixed. How to troubleshoot no modem or no IMEI for iPhone 5s or any iPhone? Thanks a lot. The channel and good for the channel and the good content. Sidal Arslan. Sidal, I have a video I just created a week ago about troubleshooting the baseband in iPhone 7. You will use the same method with all iPhones. You should check it. It's in the channel here. What did you ask? And 5S, it's really not worth to waste your time with it now. The phone itself, like how much you will charge the customer for fixing that phone? How much? It's very small amount comparing to the time you will waste, because the baseband has too much underfill, and when you will remove it, mostly you will remove it with some pads underneath, and you have to do jumpers for those pads. So for me, I don't accept to repair 5S right now because nobody will pay me the amount I will be satisfied for spending that much time trying to fix the phone. Faris, hi, iPhone 8 power IC get very hot. I changed the power IC but the same problem. The phone no power on and drop 2000 milliampere. Thank you. Of course, if it's drawing 2000 milliamperes, that means 2 amps. Of course, the phone will be very hot. And if you change the power chip and still the problem is not fixed, you should check diode mode values for the outputs and inputs of the power chip, because maybe the output, one of the lines have a shorted capacitor, and that reflect to the power IC when you try to turn the phone on. The short come from that chip or capacitor to the power manager IC. Koram or Horam, I'm sorry if I said the name incorrectly. If I wanted to fix my iPhone X from you, is it possible? I'm in UAE. Of course, you are welcome. I have everyday mail repairs. If you are not in Al Ain, you can mail it to me by Aramex or by any courier, and we will fix it and we will send it back to you with the same courier. HPC mobiles. Ayman, I know that currently you are not conducting any training sessions. Yes. But would you please share some information about your training courses, like the duration and the focus of the courses? My training course, it's depend on where you will take it, because in Turkey the duration is different than here in UAE, and it's different than in Egypt. And if you are taking the training alone, It's different than if you are taking the training with a group. And it's also depend on your experience, which level you are. Whenever I have a student want to come for training, I try to evaluate his experience by asking him some questions. So right now I'm not responding to any questions about training because it will be a waste of time right now. We don't know when I will be able to start my training again. But when they open the airlines and the traveling, when they will allow people to travel again, you should contact me, because then I will be able to travel to do my training. And then I will try to ask you some questions and evaluate your experience and see what you will be happy to do. If you want to do it one-to-one or in a group, you want to do it in UAE or in Turkey, like that. In UAE it's a one-to-one training only, because here I do the training in my shop. So that's the only choice, is one-to-one, me and you. And if you are a beginner, it will take like 15 to 20 days. If you are in advanced level, or in like you have an experience already, that will take like 10 days. Bahram, hi sir, which one solder paste is the best for a bowling IC? 183 or 217? The factory solder paste is 217. We use 183 because the way we solder is different than what the factory solder. If you want to solder with 217, you have to preheat the board, to put the board on a preheater or to put it in an oven. But nobody is doing that. So we use 183 and that's okay. Ahmed Al-Tawil, hello Mr. Ayman, thank you for your videos. I want to ask you about iPhone 6 Plus reboot to Apple logo after dropped from hand. Ahmed, you have all the possibilities. It's very not very hard, it's impossible for me to know what's wrong in your phone, because your phone is dropped. Maybe something got broken, maybe something got disconnected. Which one? I don't know. I have to check the phone under the microscope and start troubleshooting. There's a flow. I have to start measuring some voltages, like the input of the power chip and the output of the power chip, the input for charging chip, the output, the communication lines between the CPU and the other chips, and all of that I cannot do online on YouTube or on Facebook. I hope you understand that. Just Clev, hello, I am new subscriber. I just want to say keep up the good work. Thank you. I'm a technician too, and you inspire me with your work and information you give. God bless you. Thank you so much, Just Clev. But when did you subscribe? Today or before? Because I didn't get a notification that you are subscribed. When someone subscribe, should give me like this, and when someone donate, it will give me like that. And if someone wanna donate to the channel, there's a link in the description box below that video. Let me check if I missed something. Faris, Salam, iPhone X work normally. After 5 minutes, the touch hang and restart. I do the update for the latest version, but the same. Thank you. I hate to say that, but it's something related to the CPU. Maybe there is a disconnection in the two layers of the board, or maybe the CPU itself need repolling. Bilsinki, where can I download iPhone 7 schematic? Let me show you. You should go to Google and write iPhone 7 schematics, and then go to the first result and second result, and this website, go, this is photos, go down, and here is some links. This is photos of the iPhone 7. No, we don't want photos. This is schematic for iPhone 7. This is schematic for 7 Plus. Let's download one of it. And this takes me to Google Drive. I should find this sign, this symbol to download, and do like this, and downloading started already. It's down here. I hope you can see it. I replace all IC and reballing, but no CPU. I am normal and what? Yes, you are normal. You are normal. You are better than a lot of other technicians. Try to improve, then scale up to do the CPU work, and after you start, it will take some time to gain experience with it. Sir, you also provide online training? No. This career or this job not suitable to be taught online. I don't like to waste time trying to teach online, especially with something practical as our job. It will take me long time to deliver the value I want to deliver. Imagine I make the setup and I speak to you, then the internet is getting lower or the stream is interrupted, and I spent like 10 minutes talking, then you tell me, sorry, I didn't hear that, can you repeat? No, I tried that one time and I don't want to try again. Ines, it doesn't work. What it doesn't work? If you have like a question, you should put it in one comment, because I missed the first part of that conversation. I just saw it doesn't work. What it doesn't work? Syed, greetings from India. Welcome, Syed. Some weeks before, brother? Some weeks before. Welcome, my dear. Just Clev. Thomas, I guess. Hello, Ayman. Can you answer on my issue regarding iPhone 6s Plus? In the comments from your yesterday's stream, description is too long for this chat. I'm sorry, I cannot get back to the chat for other stream. Can you just drop your question here again? In one chunk. Don't make it like too much comments. One chunk so I can get all the information I need to be able to answer you. So, regards from Poland. Welcome, my dear. Uh, Ahmed Tawil, thank you, Mr. Ayman. Thank you, Ahmed. Beam Droid, searching Google. Yes, yes, that's what should everybody do. There is no one website for distributing schematics. Schematics is not distributed by company. It get leak. So some people they take it and share it here and there. So you have to make your collection. Maybe you will find it here, some schematic on this website and some other in another website, but Google will make it easy for you to collect them all. Thomas, I think you just answered on my question. CPU. Ah, good, good. You can use phone board or Refox program for schematic. I don't recommend that, Sidal. I don't recommend that. Whenever you are using point-to-point diagram, you should have the schematic opened with it. This is something I always tell to my students, because maybe you are following the trace on the phone board or ZXW or any other point-to-point map, and this trace comes to a component, and then it become like two traces, and this trace you can see it and you can see the components, and the other one there's a small filter or a small resistor, and it's under the RF shield, or it's not visible to you because the red marker will be very small. Maybe you cannot see it on the map, so you will think that you already troubleshoot the line and the line is working fine, but you missed one component is connected to a whole another line and a whole another circuit. So you should troubleshoot using schematics diagram, not the phone board, not the point-to-point softwares. GBC 245 tips. Use on T12-11. I cannot remember the cartridge, the C245. I cannot remember which one is it. Let me check it. GBC 245. Because I remember that the one I use is the 210, not the 245. If this tip is working with the regular GBC, not the micro, I guess it will work. But if it's a micro tip, no, it will get burned. Where we are. How are you, Engineer Ayman? Thank you, Amr Atif. Safi Microsoldering. Do you have iPhone 8 Intel schematics? Believe me, I cannot remember. Let's say it. Let's see if it's available. But as I remember, it's not available. iPhone 8 schematics. We don't want photos. And let's see here. That's a download link. We don't want download link. That's the same website. Let's see if we have Qualcomm and Intel. No, this website, I tried it yesterday while I'm doing the Arabic stream. It has too much advertising. I don't recommend that one. Let's type Intel. I guess it's not available as I remember. The one worked fine with us. No, it's not available. It is not available, but the difference between the Intel and the Qualcomm is the baseband circuit. Everything else is the same, almost the same. There's few changes, some components here and there, but all what you need, you will find it in the Qualcomm version. I hope you are getting a value of this stream. If you are getting a value, give me a like and don't forget to subscribe. Where we are. iPhone 7 Plus, no mic, no vibrator. Already 2 audio IC near TriStar. Near TriStar, that's the ARC driver for vibration, and the other one is the speaker amplifier. And the big audio IC replaced, also M2800 was replaced for the backlight problem. You change a lot of things, and now you put yourself in a rabbit hole because maybe you used a chip even it's new and it's not working, and all the things you replaced is related to each other. There is one chip you didn't change, the one for the upper earpiece, which is near to the CPU, and there is some I2C components also you didn't check. So check diode mode on all the connectors for speakers, for audio and everything. Check diode for all the connectors for upper earpiece and for the dock connector. And what else? I guess that's it. Check the diode mode in those two connectors, you will find the problem. Sir, any paid software for Android schematics? I am really not working that much with Android because most of my customers, 99% of my customers are using iPhone, so I'm not a fan of repairing Android. It's easier than iPhone, but I'm not receiving like Android phones. That's why I'm not worried about getting schematics or point-to-point diagram for Samsung or Android devices. Syed Rehan, is it possible to unlock iCloud? If so, which software you recommend? Unlocking iCloud, if you mean for iPad, yes, possible, and it's hardware. If you are talking about iPhone, there's no software. There's some softwares do bypassing. It's not like official unlock. I hear there is some softwares now only available. They can permanently remove iCloud from your device, but I'm not working in that field that much. I'm doing a hardware job. That's why I can do the iCloud for mostly all of the iPads. But for iPhone, I'm not the one to give you that information because there is a lot of information about that subject, and I don't want to give you a false information. Bahram, do you use any preheaters? Yes or no, and why? Not that much. I'm using preheaters mostly when I'm trying to change connector on screen or on flex cable, and I use preheater for iPhone X and above to separate the boards, but I'm not using preheaters for any other thing. I can control the heat by only using the hot air. Al Sultan, hello, how are you, my friend Al Sultan? Faris G, Salam, iPhone 6 Plus have restart problem. I do the update after give me error 40. Error 40 means that the NAND is not soldered. There is a cold solder joint under the NAND. After error 9, error 9 also is an NAND. Sometime baseband, but you said you first got the error 40, so you should stick with the error 40 and error 9 together. It's the NAND. I rebuild the NAND. After that I restore the phone. The restore done okay, but the same. I think the CPU baseband. You should check the that's 6 plus. No, 6 plus doesn't have a short in the baseband. No, it's not. That's a 6 plus. Error 40, it's the NAND is disconnected from the board, or there is a pad underneath the NAND is disconnected. So try to clean under the NAND roughly. So if there is a pad sticking to its place, but it's sometime connecting, sometime disconnecting. So if it's a weak pad, it will go with you if you cleaned roughly, not too much, little bit. Then measure diode mode underneath on the pads. Try to change the NAND if you can, and check the logic EPROM. Swa Ayman, I have a problem with the backlight in iPhone 6s. It goes out once a day and returns after a restart, most often when excited by the home button. That's really need very close troubleshooting, because maybe there is some filters not soldered well to its place. Try to check the filters. Yes, try to check the filters. That's mostly the problem in your case. Apple man Ahmad El Azab, please discuss how to repair AP2LCM reset L line using U2701 from iPhone 7, and if there is other solution. Unfortunately, this is the available solution, and I'm not fan of doing this. If I have a problem same like this, I can rebuild the CPU very easily. I never did the solution you are talking about. That's why I'm not the one to talk about it here. If I have a problem with the CPU, I remove and rebuild the CPU. Hello dear, how are you, Wishmaster?